Oh, my friends, today is your lucky day because I just got to speak with Dustin Tavella, who is the most amazing magician I have ever seen and has a very inspiring story as well. But it was a shocking segment that I'm still shook from. And it was on the member block, okay? So that's only for our members. Occasionally, though, I'll give you hoi polloi, just a little few crumbs. And I really wanted to show people this one. But you got to become a member if you want segments like this every single day. Go to dailywire.com/Knowles, Knowles, so you never miss our member blocks. Okay, let's bring in our friend here, Dustin Tavella, who is a magician who performed the most impressive trick of the year, maybe of the last 10 years. It's not that he pulled a rabbit out of a hat. It's not that he sawed a lady in half. Dustin managed to win a network television game show as a straight white Christian man. I don't know, I didn't think that was possible in our day and age. Apparently it is. Dustin, thank you for coming on the show.
What's up, man? Thank you for having me.
So this is an amazing story because you performed on and won one of the biggest shows in the world, that's America's Got Talent. And you did it because your craft, your magic tricks are extremely impressive. But not just a part of your character, but actually a part of your act is the fact that you are a pretty traditional Christian guy with a stable family who adopts kids, who exalts virtue and discourages vice. I didn't think that was possible.
I'm still in shock of the fact of winning, not just because of all those things, just I won America's Got Talent, which is still crazy to me. But yeah, man, it was an incredible experience. And I think for us, I always say that I don't feel like it was me who won AGT. I feel like this was a win for Christians, for family, for just the idea of what it looks like to actually serve humanity. Because for us, the whole reason that I even jumped in and started doing magic again in the first place was because I love the idea of being able to tell stories. And for us, one of the biggest things is being able to inspire people to go out and actually be magic in the world. And so, yeah, one of the most amazing things was just knowing that America saw that, they clung to the story and they voted for it, which just means there's more of us, rooting for these kinds of values than we thought.
Because your act really is about stories. That is what distinguishes it from a lot of other magic acts. You're very, very good at doing the tricks. I'm waiting for you to, pull a rabbit out of a hat or something from the other side of the camera. I don't know if one can do magic over Skype, but the act is not just these tricks. You integrate this whole story, and it's a very personal story, and it's extremely inspiring about your family, about your kids.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, so my wife and I actually did ministry for a long time, full time. Actually, my wife and me and my sister started a homeless ministry in Los Angeles. And prior to that, I was actually pursuing a music career. And I think when we started doing the homeless ministry, it was wild how different I felt like my life became, simply because when I was doing the music stuff, when I was focused on the entertainment culture, my whole life was revolved around myself. Yeah. And everything that I did, it was all about promoting the good things that we do and just showing people, because that's what gets you likes and followers. And when we were doing the homeless stuff, it was like none of this stuff was caught on camera. None of this stuff was on a large scale. We were sitting with people who desperately needed to know that they were valued, right? It wasn't just like, let's hand them money, let's raise $5,000, make a bunch of tacos and then leave. It was like, let's get to know these guys, spend time with them. And the transformation that we saw, it was like, it wasn't like we were going into spaces like we saw 3,000 people get off the streets, but it was like we saw a man transformed who's been homeless for 30 years, who just heard for the first time that he was loved and valued. And I think for us, that really hit home because, we live in such a culture where everyone's so quick to want to post their opinions and say a bunch of stuff. I have a lot of friends in the industry on both sides of these arguments who a lot of times are just posting things because they feel the pressure to do it from culture, just to post about it. I have a friend, he's a comedian. Recently he had a big talk with his manager because his manager was like, you have to be posting about Ukraine, right? You can't not post about this. You're going to lose.
Of course, you're a comedian. You have to weigh in on geopolitics and a 1,000-year military conflict.
Yeah. And so you see this culture of people where we pretend to care about stuff because it's what will get us likes. It's what will get us followers. And a ton of people who will speak on these issues. And I'm like, when was the last time, like if you're so passionate about the LGBTQ community and the trans community. When was the last time you actually just sat and had lunch with one of these people and heard their story? And like, we're so quick to have an opinion. And so anyways, I could go on, and I know we only have a short time, but for us, we just became very big on like, we just want to inspire people to be magic in the world, whether people see it or not. We want to go out and we want to do the hard thing. And on our AGT journey, we started AGT with one kid. We had adopted Xander. He was 2 months old. And my first round, I told his story and got to share about the adoption and stuff. And partway through AGT, we got a phone call asking if we would want to take in his biological brother, whose situation was a little bit more complicated. And this was the most crazy season of life because, my whole world is wrapped up in trying to perform on this stage. But we weren't going to say no. This kid, he needed a home, and we've been praying for a long time to see these brothers grow up together. And so that was the greatest miracle of all of it, man. It was the most magical thing that happened. We got to see these brothers united and got to tell their story on a platform in front of America and millions of people. And man, it's been more humbling than anything just to know that we've been a part of kind of inspiring other people to go out and to do the hard thing.
That's amazing, because I love this distinction you're making here between helping the poor or helping the needy in the abstract versus doing it in a really tangible way. Because there are a lot of people who love humanity in general, but they don't seem to like humans very much. I always go back to the story Bartleby the Scrivener by Herman Melville. I don't know if you read it in school. A lot of people read it. It's a short story that people read in school. And there are so many lessons to take from the story, but one of the more offbeat ones is that there's this guy, Bartleby, who just doesn't want to work. And he's sleeping in his office, and he's clearly pretty kooky, and he ends up in a loony bin, and the guy is just, and what do you do with someone who, the line that he keeps going back to whenever he's told, hey, do some work, hey, go home, hey, get an apartment, hey, do this, do that. He just says, I would prefer not to. I would prefer not to. And he's just so intransigent. And what do you do with people like that? And I think, well, you just be with them. You just have to kind of be with them. And you can't write on a napkin 5 bullet points. Here's how we're going to solve poverty. We're going to cure hunger or whatever. You're not going to do that. But you might be able to change one man's life.
Yeah. And I think that was the big thing we noticed too, because when we were doing all the homeless stuff, people would ask, are you for free housing or not for free housing? And I'm like, well, who's the person we're talking about? Because there's families who are like in desperate need of some kind of service, right? And then there's people who they're stuck in the system because they just they have no motivation to work for something, right? And you can't know that unless you get to know a person. And even thinking of like, and this is both sides, and I think this is where for us, man, we're just passionate about trying to help humanity get back to the place of like, we're just all here to love God, to know that we're loved, and then to do what Jesus did, which was like, who cares what the person's social status is? Like, people are worth giving our time to. And, during the pandemic, we saw it. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, my neighbor got COVID. Arguing about they should have worn a mask, they didn't have their mask, whatever. And I'm like, well, when did you just maybe jump in your kitchen and make them some meals? Because they can't go outside now. So like, should we just do something about it rather than throwing our opinions at everybody about what we believe they should have done differently?
Right.
And I think that's how we've been trying to live, man. And I love that we've gotten to use the magic to do that kind of thing, because there's a lot of people who in our lives that we definitely do not have the same belief systems, but I think because of this posture, we've gotten to have some incredible conversations where their ears were not closed to the things that we believe and the things that we stand for, simply because they know that we care and they've seen it. And that's the thing that we try and encourage other people to do, is to be magic in the world, man.
So Dustin, you were motivated by, the love of Christ and your deeply held religious beliefs to then go and engage in the dark arts of the Prince of Lies of this world and practice magic. Is that? Hold on. How do you square that circle?
So this is great, man, because I always say I do magic tricks, right? Emphasis on the word tricks.
Right.
And so I'm in my parents' house right now. We just flew in for Christmas late last night. And my mom had a box of all my old stuff in the attic. And so it was just really cool because I haven't been home in over a year. Normally, I'm traveling home as much as I can to see friends and family. Thankfully, people have come to visit us in Vegas this last year. But this is my first time home since I've won America's Got Talent. And so, to just sit there with my mom, going through all my own old magic tricks, just kind of remembering where I started and where I came from. And I was like, man, I actually should do some of this stuff for the show today. But it is a true point what you're saying is that sometimes, it is a strange thing. And I think for me sometimes because I have such an understanding of how magic tricks work. Actually, one of the things that I found, I was excited. This was one of the awesome tricks, my floating rose. How did no one notice this? What's it? That's falling. How did no one notice this giant metal thing hanging off of my? But there's the thing. When I'm young, this is what my magic tricks look like, right? And then
it got me. It totally worked on me. I guess I'm fairly rudimentary on my magic, Well,
I mean, it might be through Skype. You can't see the giant metal thing poking out of my thumb. But it's funny because to me, this is what magic tricks are, right? And then it's just like as I got better, now it becomes more of a question of spirituality. But to me, this is every magic trick, man. This is what magic is. Which actually, can I do something fun for you right now?
Please, yeah.
All right, cool. So one of the other things that I found was this awesome box. It's a dragon on it, of course, because why wouldn't it? So essentially, this is like a box that I would kind of just like keep random stuff in when I was young, and I would also use it for magic tricks. I'm gonna get to that in just a minute.
Okay.
Let's try something fun. I'm gonna write something down. Actually, this is the point in my show where I would ask anybody if they have a $1 bill. I obviously can't get a $1 bill from you right now, so I took one
and unfortunately,
from my dad.
Dustin, because I work for Ben Shapiro, I don't have a $1 bill.
Perfect. Well, I took one from my dad, and this was the only bill in his wallet, by the way. So, here we go. I'm gonna write something on here to start. A bit of a prediction, if you will. Also, anytime a magician does something with a bill, it's always good to note the serial number. I don't know if you can see this. Try and hold it up so you can see it. Also, E24414537C. Just make note of that for now. That'll be important later. But I'm gonna write a little something on there. If you wanted to write it down, you can just put 537C. Let's just do the last.
Okay.
537C.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. And I'm gonna actually write a little something on this bill, especially for you, based on a decision that I think you're about to make. Okay, here we go. I want you to give me a number between 1 and 100. Actually do this. Think of a number between 1 and 100 and then change your mind. Because I don't even want you to be thinking of the number you thought you'd be thinking of, right? That's psychology.
Okay.
So you got a new number.
I've got the new number in my mind.
Between 1 and 100.
Yes.
Cool. What's the number you landed on?
27.
27. For sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do this. Going to my notes. Where are my notes? Right here. My notes. And again, if you were here, I'd have you be doing this. I have a list here of celebrities.
Okay.
I have 100 different celebrities. I don't know if you can see these. What was the first number you were thinking of?
First number is 18.
18. So I'm going to stand up so I can also see my phone as it is. If you would have picked 18, you would have got Jennifer Lopez. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay. Yeah.
Jennifer Lopez. And you said you landed on 27.
Yeah.
Who is Brad Pitt? Can you see Brad Pitt right there?
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So 100 different people. You picked Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Could have selected anybody. Yeah?
Yeah.
Could have selected anyone.
Uh-huh.
I wrote something on this bill. And I want to show you what I wrote. But actually, I want to show you in kind of a fun way.
Okay.
I'm going to take what I wrote.
Okay.
And put it into this box that I was talking about. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
One box. Where I keep my stuff. Check this out, bro. This is where the magic gets crazy. All right? Half of my bill with my prediction written on it.
Yeah.
This is the fun part. Oh, where's the bill, bro?
I don't know where the bill went.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
So this thing's actually like a portal.
Okay.
What if I just sent you my prediction? Because I wanted you to believe me. Can you do me a favor? Can you reach in your pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah. Reach in your inside pocket.
No.
Can you?
No. Oh my God.
Okay. What does it say on the back?
Are you? Oh man, it says Brad Pitt, right? Oh man.
We got to make sure we check those serial numbers. Look at the serial number. Make sure that is the same bill.
I am entirely speechless.
That was all you, bro. That was our connection. That's how we start the connection. Can we do one more, actually?
No.
Let's
yes, we can. Yeah.
I want to do a card trick. Do you have cards there by any chance?
Look. Yes. Okay. The producers have left me cards. I've got cards.
Okay, cool. So you're gonna keep those in the box. We're gonna do something fun, and my mom's gonna kill me because I'm gonna destroy her Christmas decorations for just a second.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna write another thing down. We're gonna have fun. This one's gonna be great. This is gonna be all on you. Now that we have this connection, bro, oh wait, I forgot the part about it. This goes both ways, dude. I just sent you something. You can send me something too. Check this out. Again, totally great to note that this box is empty.
Yeah.
You feel anything?
No.
Like in your pants?
What am I supposed to feel, Dustin?
I told you this was a trick from when I was 12 years old, bro.
Are you pulled?
Check your pants, dude. I'm just kidding. That was stupid. That was 12-year-old.
I would have gone with it. I was there. I was like, did this man just strip me on my own show?
That was 12-year-old me doing a magic trick. I almost forgot the best part. Okay, go.
Okay.
Let's do this. I want you to think of a playing card.
Okay.
And you got one in your mind?
I do. Yes.
Drop in the chalk. We're free and clear. What playing card are you thinking of?
7 of clubs.
The 7 of clubs.
Yeah.
Are you sure, or do you want to change your mind?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay. I want you to remember this moment that you do have the chance to change your mind, because everyone always says, "What if I want?" You don't have to. And maybe I'm using Jedi mind tricks on you. You can do whatever you want.
No, I'm sticking with the 7 of clubs.
Sticking with the 7 of clubs. Okay. I'm going to show you what I wrote.
Okay.
I wrote down 47.
Okay.
Can you open up that deck that you have right there?
Uh-huh.
Pull those cards out.
Okay.
And you went 47, so we can count backwards if that makes it easier, because that's a lot of cards. But I want you to look at the 47th card. You could have named any card you want.
All right. I'll drag it out. So starting from the top, starting up here.
Yep. And make sure they're all different too. So you got 1. Yep,
1,
count out loud. Go ahead.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46.
46. Now, hold on. What card did you say?
I said the 7 of clubs.
Can you look at the 47th card?
Do not tell me.
Let's go for it, bro. Yeah, buddy.
Dustin, before you just reach through the computer and like steal my soul and, pull I have to let you go. That is, not only is your story extremely inspiring, but I'm now terrified of you. I'm in awe of you, and I'm terrified of you.
Should be.
And you can levitate a rose. Dustin Tavella, where can people find you?
Right now, man, actually, I'm excited. I was at Luxor for this past year, headlining at the AGT live show, but been working on my new show now, brand new. It's all my own. So that'll be launching in 2023, which I'm super excited about right. All the details I can give at the moment. But yeah, really, really excited, man. 2023 is gonna be a really fun year of getting to just tell more stories and do more magic, and hopefully makes more people smile.
Dustin, keep up the great work, and thank you for coming on the show. Dustin Tavella, I'm Michael Knowles. This is the Michael Knowles Show. We'll see you next time. If you want to see more live interviews and reactions weeks before anybody else, go to dailywire.com/Knowles, Knowles, and join the Michael Knowles Show member block to get that and so much more on Daily Wire Plus. See you there.